Alright, what up y'all, it's Way Breezy here and I'm back with another video. So today I got another story time for you guys. I'm sorry for uploading it back to back. I know it's a little weird, but in my comment section, one of my buddies told me to do a story time on the Prescott tournament, which is one of the coolest games of my life for sure. It was a comeback game. Like, we just made a crazy comeback. It's still like I remember almost all the details, but you know what's crazy? One detail is I don't remember if we actually won the game because I'm pretty sure we lost, but like the comeback was so good where it just didn't even fucking matter. But yeah, so it's 7th grade year. We had a pretty solid team at the time. We were like fucking shit up in regular season, and this thing I'm referring to as the Prescott tournament was basically a tournament where all the teams, they didn't even have to be like in our bracket, but like it was invite only. Like if you got invited to it, then your team would play in it. And our team always got invited. We were considered like an easier team, and obviously they're just trying to make it better for the Prescott team because they always had a really good team. And this was actually the year where they had a kid dunking in 7th grade. Like, he wasn't doing it in game and shit, but he knew how to dunk, and he was 6 foot. And I know he's like going to college and shit now, which is like really cool. I don't think he used all of his potential, but yeah, that kid was crazy. So it's 7th grade year. We're in this pretty tough tournament. We win our first game, so this is the second game. I'm pretty sure if we win this game, we go to the championship. And it's just another tournament game, you know, good teams, good players all around. And the thing about it was that our team was just playing terrible. Now, we had our scorers, right? I guess I was considered a scorer, but I wasn't the star player by any means. Like, I did my role, you know? Like, I was the shooting guard / small forward of the team. Like, I got the ball, I passed it, I shot when asked to. I did my job, and I did it well. But our main scorer was usually Kwame. He's a player on my team. He was a really good player at the time. And he would usually just, you know, get all those points for us, or at least like half of the points for our team, like at least. Kwame, let's just say he decided to not show up to the game. He was there physically, but his game was just trash. Like, I don't know what it was. He couldn't score, he couldn't shoot, he couldn't pass, he couldn't defend. I don't know what it was. Kwame was looking terrible. We had two really good big men, Jeremiah and Precious, but they were kind of underdeveloped at this time. They're like star players on the varsity team at the high school right now. But at this time, they were like very underdeveloped and a lot worse than me and Kwame were at the time, especially Jeremiah. Precious just kind of had like raw strength and power, so he was able to like get rebounds and score a lot more often, but it was like easy buckets, like nothing outside the paint, you know? And so this game gets out of hand pretty quickly. We get down, I think, like 12 points after the first quarter, which was like crazy. Like, it was really bad. By the time it was halftime, we were down by 23 points, I believe. So it's halftime, we're down by 23. I have like nothing. I got like 2 baskets probably. I'm playing like shit. The whole team's off. It was kind of Kwame who threw me off. Like, I'm like, fuck, like I'm gonna have to show up. And like, one of my main things has always just been to score, you know? I feel like I have the ability to just score when I want, you know, and if I really put my mind to it, I could just score wherever I want on the court. You know, me being a 7th grader, I wasn't really the shit at it yet. I had to use this ability the best that I could at the time. It's halftime. The way you did halftime, since it's a tournament and there's a bunch of teams on the floor, you basically like went over by the bathroom and like huddled up, while the home teams had like a fucking like whole ass little, they had like a whole locker to go into, but we just had to like huddle up by the fucking bathroom. It was fucked up. But so yeah, it's halftime. We're listening to our coach. He's just saying bullshit. This is when we had a coach by the name of Mr. RNC. Now, he was like a super chill guy, you know, like he didn't really take it seriously, which kind of sucked. But yeah, he was like super calm about everything. Like, hey guys, let's have fun. We can make this comeback. We're gonna win. None of us are listening. Kwame has like 4 points. We just had no scores. Like, these like bench players were scoring the most on the team. And I just remember like seeing my dad coming over to the bathroom, and I'm like, oh shit, like here it goes, like this motherfucker's gonna rip into me. My dad was really like hard on me like that because he knew like I would always play passive as fuck. Like, no matter how good I was on a team, I would always play like I'm not the best man, you know what I'm saying? And I probably was like the best pure raw scorer. Definitely not the best player, but I think I was definitely the best raw scorer on this team, and I wasn't scoring, and I wasn't trying to score. I just remember my dad coming over to me. I'm pretty sure he brought Tristan over too, and he just like brings us over there, and he's like, you guys got to get selfish. You got to be greedy as fuck. Get rude with it, you know? Something clicked in our brains. I don't really know what it was, but like something just clicked to where we were like, all right, it's fucking go time. Like, none of our team is doing shit. Everyone's just being sloppy. Like, it was just sloppy. No plays, no teamwork. It was just sloppy shit all around. And I was like, alright, we're gonna have to turn up right here. We're gonna have to fucking go crazy. Third quarter starts. We get out to a decent start out of the gate, but it's still slow. And there's about 4 minutes left in the third quarter. And I'm just like looking at my dad and remembering what the fuck he's saying. Kwame's out of the game. It's me and Tris. We're running the floor as the 1-2. We just fucking went crazy. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the first possession, right? It's from this 4-minute mark. We get down court. Tristan brings the ball down court. I'm just chilling on the wing. He passes it to me. I'm deep as fuck. Boom. Pull up 3. Drain it. We're like down 20 now. Tristan brings the ball down court. And I'm not exaggerating, guys. I hit 3 threes on 3 back-to-back-to-back possessions. I'm not exaggerating. I hit a 4th a little later, but he brings the ball down court. I'm on the opposite wing now by the second possession. And he hits me with it. I don't even fucking think. Not a single dribble. I just catch, shoot, drain it. And now we're down like 17 points. You know, it's getting a little realistic. The very next possession, I go back to my original spot. And this time I am deep. Like, the guy guarding me is probably 6 foot. He's big as shit. Like, bigger than Precious, which was our center. They just, like, they're telling, like, he's a shooter. I'm pretty sure my number was 24 for Kobe this year. So, like, 24 is a shooter. 24 is a shooter. We got to guard up on him. And this guy's like pushed out. Like, I don't know if I could illustrate this for you guys, but he is at the 3-point line. My defender. He's not inside the 3-point line. He's outside of the 3-point arc. And I'm like 5 feet deeper to make sure I have space. Tris hits me with it. I don't give a fuck. I pull up, drain that bitch. It's like a 15-point game now. At this point, the crowd's like, fuck. Like, this kid is on fucking flames, you know? Like, I was popping the fuck off. And keep in mind, this is Tristan getting 3 back-to-back-to-back assists, right? You guys got to count up Tristan's assists right here because it's fucking crazy. We get down the court. I'm pretty sure he hits Jeremiah on a dime pass, like in the paint, and he hits a layup. And now it's like a 13-point game. Tris has 4 back-to-back-to-back-to-back assists. Like, he is just distributing. And we're just fucking hitting everything. And you could tell this team's getting a little panicked. Like, they're like, damn, we're not steamrolling these guys anymore, you know? They start playing a little different. They start D'ing up and shit. But we started D'ing up too. Like, D was all we had to do. If we got stops, we knew we could score now, right? Like, I brought us 9 points, and Jeremiah brought us 2. So that was 11 points. And now we're only down by 12 to the original 23 at halftime. 12 is comebackable in a quarter. I'm pretty sure around this time the quarter ends, and we're down like about 12 to 10 points. Maybe 8 at the most. Our coaches are saying bullshit, like I said, and I just remember, like, when the starting 5 went out on the court, I was like, we just gotta fucking play ball. Like, we just gotta play how we play. Like, I was telling Kwame to turn up. He was having a really bad game, and I was like, we just gotta play, yo. We just have to play. At this point, I had, like, 15 points. It was a good game for me, but a terrible game for our team. But I was like, fuck, like, we can turn the fuck up, you know what I'm saying? So, first possession, we're on defense. Tristan gets a steal. Good-ass steal. He just jumps the lane on a wing pass and gets a steal. He goes down court, hits the layup. Perfect. It's a 10-point game. We're about to get it under double digits in, like, literally 4 minutes. And it's looking good. It's honestly looking great for our team. Like, at this point, I was like, damn, bro, like, we could win this fucking game. Like, this is so winnable. These kids are fucking playing terrible. And then for about the next 2 minutes, it was kind of like trading baskets for, like, the next 6 points. Like, we would score, they would score, we would score, they would score. And we weren't getting stops as well as we were before. So, I remember there was another fast break, and this is what got it down to single digits. And I don't know who, I think it was Kwame. Yeah, Kwame, like, gets a rebound and just runs the floor like a fucking athletic freak. And he just goes and scores. And we're like, nice. It's fucking like 8-point lead. We're fucking coming up hella close. And remember when I said I hit another 3 a little later on? That was this 3. So we come down the court. I'm dribbling, and I get to the corner. Like I said earlier, I used to, like, dribble to the corner. I never had good handles, by the way. But I get to my corner, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta, like, pull up here. So I just pull up for 3. Splash that bitch. It's a 5-point game. And if you know me during basketball, I play off the crowd, right? Like, if the crowd's fucking going crazy, I'm gonna fucking go crazy. And I hit this 3, and I just remember, like, looking back, and my great-grandmother and great-grandfather are at this basketball game. This grandfather died less than a year later. Actually, probably, like, 3 months later. I turn around, and I just see them, and they're just smiling. Like, they don't even know what the fuck's going on, you know what I'm saying? They're, like, 75. But I just see them, like, smiling, watching this shit. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, they're fucking digging this shit. And it's a 5-point game, so we're, like, right there. And I kind of lose details here and there, but it gets about to like 5 to 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I think it's just trading baskets and all that, but it's a 3-point game. You know, obviously we want a 3-pointer, and it's crazy to think my 7th grade self did not want a 3-pointer to tie the game. I don't really know why. So yeah, it's a 3-point game. I'm on a fast break. Keep in mind, I'm not grown into my body yet at this age. I was very slow. Like, you could ask anybody I ever played with, I was slow, sluggish as fuck. Like, I had like some agility type shit, but I was never really like fast. I was never the fastest. I was never the slowest on the court, but I was definitely like bottom 2 or bottom 3 players on the court. But, you know, I'm on a fast break. It's like their star point guard. He's not like a star player, but he was like Tristan, like just dishing out dimes. Tristan had like 7 assists this game at least at this point. But we're just there, and I'm on this fast break, and I see this kid like coming onto my right. Like, he's coming right for me. Like, he's not trying to meet me at the basket. Like, he's trying to meet me at half court. Like, he knows he's quicker. So I start fucking speeding it up. I'm dribbling. I'm getting there. And he gets there. He gets to the basket and tries to take a charge. And I think he got there too late, or the ref just called it wrong. But I just fucking throw that motherfucker on the ground and go for a layup. You know, like, I just go right into his body and throw it up. And it goes in for an and one. And you're thinking, oh shit, like, that would tie the game if you made the free throw. Yes, it was crazy. The gym was going crazy. It was a 1-point game. We had the opportunity to tie. We never had the lead this whole game. And I gave us the opportunity to tie. I choked the free throw very badly. It like barely hit the rim. I choked this free throw so badly, it like messed up my mentality for the rest of the game. But man, if it was on record, I have like a lot of videos for these story times where I could like pull up a video from the game. But yeah, I bricked the free throw, so we're still down by 1. And we're making stops. We're trading 1-to-1. And it gets to a 3-point game. They're up by 3 again. I got it to 1. We rallied back a 23-point comeback in just basically a quarter. Quarter and 4 minutes, basically. And in this comeback, I have about 18 points just from this comeback. I think I finished the game with like 22, 21, or 23. Something like that. But keep in mind, this is like a really competitive game. Like, I'm not just shitting on some trash-ass players. Like, they had really good players. At least they're starting 5. It's 3 points left in the game. I know I'm getting the last shot. It's like 10 seconds left in the game. And keep in mind, before this, we had like 4 turnovers in a row. We had so many opportunities to win this game. And it's like really upsetting how this game ended, because I feel like everybody just choked. Like I said in my last video, I love the 4th quarter. Like, I love being in that crunch time, 1 minute left. Give me that fucking ball. Like, I want that shot. I was that type of player. So I knew I was taking the shot. I knew Kwame would choke the shot, and I knew everybody else would choke the shot. And there was like 1 second we had to get the ball in from half court. You know, when you guys have to pass it in from half court. So I'm just trying to fucking get open. I'm like swim moving, fucking juking motherfuckers out like I'm Marshawn Lynch in football. I'm trying to get open as best I can. And I finally get a little pocket. Keep in mind, they're double teaming me. They know a 2-pointer doesn't win the game. Precious can't shoot threes. Jeremiah can't shoot threes. It's me, Tristan, and Quine. Or Brian was in the game. I'm not sure. It was either Tristan or Brian was in this game. And I get a little pocket. I'm coming down to the basically half court. I'm like basically at the logo. And I get the ball and I just throw it up. And then you hear the like right before it fucking hits the basket. I throw it up and it looks good. Like, this motherfucker looks like it's gonna tie the game and like break history type shit, you know? And I throw it up there and it looks so good going towards the basket. And it just hits the right rim and just falls down. It just hits the right rim and bounces out of bounds. I just remember like how heartbreaking it was, because I was like a really big part of this comeback. Like, I know Tristan was the one giving me the ball basically every single play, but I like led this comeback and got like 18 points in a quarter basically, or in a quarter and a half. It made me really sad, because I just like I used to just put the blame on me no matter what happened in the game. I would just put all the blame on me. So I'm like, fuck, we lost this game because of me. Like, that shit was 100% my fault. And I felt so fucking bad for my team. Like, I remember just like where I took the shot, I just like got down. I just like got down, sat on my butt, and just like put my head down, because I was just like so defeated. You know, by the time my whole team comes to like come pick me up and like get me ready to do like the good game, I was just depressed. Like, you could see it in my face. I knew my parents were like happy for me, but like I could just see it in their eyes. They're like, fuck, like you did all that just to miss, you know? I felt hella bad afterwards. I knew like my dad was gonna be like, oh, well, if you did this, then you wouldn't even have had to get to that shot. You know, you miss those shots like that. You know, you're not going to be the most... I think I'm a pretty clutch player. I've hit like some cool buzzer beaters in my time. You know, I missed this shot and it was on me. And I tried my best to hit that shot. I even took an off-balance like fader from like half court. Like, I put all my fucking power into this shot. And I remember just doing the good game. And like the coaches took like a minute just talking to me specifically. Like, great shots. You're a great shooter. Keep shooting. Keep shooting. You're a great shooter. As we're like done, you know, we grab our bags. We go into the crowd and like get to our parents. I mean, people are just like, great job, Way Bright, great game, Way Bright. People from the other team, great shooting, kid. That's the best shooting. I enjoyed. They're like, great shooting. I enjoyed watching that game, man. That you made that game so enjoyable for us. And I'm like, fuck, bro. Like, could have made it 10 times more enjoyable if I would have just hit the goddamn buzzer beater, you know? And it sucks, man. That was one of my like saddest moments in basketball. But at the same time, I was just so proud of myself for even getting my team to that point. so it didn't really matter at the end of the day, you know? I was just excited. That team was great. My middle school teams were great. 8th grade year, I don't have many memories from that year because I remember we just dogged on every single team we played against. This team was special. Like, this team was a team. Like, it was teamwork, you know? It wasn't like a bunch of great players. It was just people playing as a team and playing good as a team with good chemistry all around. But yeah, that's another basketball story time for you guys today. I'm sorry for doing it back-to-back videos. I just had a request in the comments. But yeah, tomorrow's video should be a Valorant video or CSGO. I don't know. I've been wanting to make a CSGO video, but I don't really know what to do on that game because I usually butt sweat it because of how bad I am. But yeah, tomorrow's video should be a Valorant video. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe for that. And I hope you guys did enjoy the story time. Let me know if you want more. I have so many, like hundreds of story times for you guys. And yeah, it's been way breezy, and I'm out, y'all. Later.